in the whites for Carolina, the reds for State. And away we go. And it is Isaiah James with the first touch.
NC State's got to move the ball. They have really good balanced scoring, and when they establish River Baldwin inside, it helps set up their perimeter game.
Rivers, good help defense from Gakdeng, under 10 on the shot clock. James gives it a check, off the bounce, into the lane, goes to the left hand.
You get three sides, you're going to get a good look by moving the ball.
Deja Kelly will bring it up for Carolina as we check out their starting five. Donarski is their shooter. Poole and Gakdeng up front.
Yeah, Donarski's the one that you have to go over screening action. Everyone else you go under, especially Deja Kelly. She can turn a corner, and she's the best at getting to the free throw line in the country.
There is an open look for Donarski. Courtney Banghart stressed with us today when we talked to her, got to get good shot selection, and we got to get to the free throw line tonight against an NC State team, Debbie, that is one of the best in the country in not fouling. And there is their starting five with some good size at 6'5" River Baldwin.
Well, here's three things that you've got to keep an eye on if you're watching this game. Can NC State keep Deja Kelly in front, not let her turn a corner? Can they limit Donarski in transition and shooting the three? And thirdly, can you keep Ustby off the offensive glass? If you can do those three things, you have a chance to win on the road.
Kelly's first look off the mark, rebounded by Mimi Collins. And here comes Rivers. Good balance for NC State, all five average in double digits. And the corner J is good for Mimi Collins, give her three. One of the handful of 1,000-point scorers on the floor tonight for both sides, including Kelly and Donarski.
River Baldwin is going to play that ball screen coverage in drop coverage, which means Deja Kelly's going to have that mid-range elbow jumper.
Good start for Mimi.
She has really worked to improve her three-point shooting. Wes Moore tinkered with her mechanics in the offseason, and it allowed her to be better. And that's why Deja Kelly can't get in foul trouble.
Good help in the block from Gakdeng. And the recovery. And then Kelly is bumped by James in a foul.
Look at the recovery by Gakdeng. How about a little pump fake there? Because you know the shot blocker is lurking. Gakdeng has incredible length on that back row for North Carolina.
She had a double-double against State in the first meeting. 10 points, 11 rebounds.
River Baldwin has the size and the muscle. Gakdeng has the quickness and the length. It's an interesting matchup to keep your eye on.
Kelly weaves in between a couple of defenders for her first.
Courtney Banghart went to this a lot against Wake Forest, and she's going to go to it against NC State with River Baldwin on the floor. You're going to put her in the naked side, two-man game. River Baldwin's going to be in drop coverage. That's a mid-range jump shot for Deja Kelly.
James, third three already. 24 in white is India Navarre down the bottom of your screen, who's just checked in. Transfer from Stanford.
Keep them playing defense for longer stretches in the shot clock.
Saniya Rivers, boy, everything on the perimeter early, and everything's going down.
That is 4 triples to start the game for the Wolfpack. Zelaya on the floor, number 0. All she does is shoot threes. She's a pick and pop.
Jumper's good from Navarre. Rivers, mid-range, got it.
Good screen by Baldwin. Same situation for North Carolina. Drop coverage.
66% shooting in the early going here for State. Did not touch rim, so 5 on the shot clock. Kelly looking for a screen to use. And just off in time and rattled in by Alexandra Zelaya.
I mean, they're going to review it, but that's what Zelaya does. She's got 6 triples on the season and 1 2-point basket. 78% of what she shoots is outside the arc. She is a pick and pop.
James gets into the paint. Oh, and a finger to the mouth to quiet the crowd. She's got 7.
I don't know why she would want to do that. It's like 40% NC State in here.
active hands. Here's Donarski. Saniya, why not? She just knocked out one. Give her another.
That's her game, baby, right there.
Hayes swatted by Ustby. Rivers with a short shot clock. Looking to create, gives it up. James, good. 10 in the quarter.
Now she puts her hand to her ear near the crowd. And you know what? While you're back celebrating, North Carolina's bringing the ball out of the net and sprinting right down the floor.
Ran it right up their backside. And Brooks off the mark.
Saniya with a little shovel pass to the shooting pocket. You know, Georgia Amore throws that little shovel pass a lot on the perimeter. Point guard for Virginia Tech.
That is North Carolina's next foe. Nice pick and roll. Ustby from Kelly. Carolina with the momentum right now. Brooks off the bounce.
NC State not sending anybody to the glass, so if you're not sending anyone to the glass, you better match up quickly in transition, which they do. NC State can get the ball back.
Both teams better than 50% shooting to start out tonight. Donarski, weak side, corner three, and it's the first lead of the night for Carolina.
A beautiful drift pass off the penetration. NC State better tighten up their defense.
Final seconds of the quarter. Rivers keeps. Ustby with the launch. Good rally from Carolina. Coming back from 7 down and a 7-0 run for the lead.
You gotta know the drift pass is coming right here. Watch Isaiah James. Hands down, you gotta come with a closeout. Donarski too good outside the arc.
Underway here in the second quarter, a 7-0 run for North Carolina to end the first. Gets them their first lead of the game. Their bench matching their starters, 11 points each. And Saniya, who had 2 triples in that first quarter, off on her first try. They are 2-6 against the net, top 25. Baldwin with a touch in the paint, around and out. James able to tip it to herself. She'll go right back up with it. Another offensive rebound. Collins, and a third opportunity, and our first free throws of the night for either side. First foul on Ustby. Check out our Sunday ACC Network women's triple header. It starts at noon Eastern. Irish and Boston College, then North Carolina at Virginia Tech, and the nightcap NC State at Duke. So a big rivalry weekend here for North Carolina State. And of course that Virginia Tech Carolina game, College Game Day will be there to start out the coverage. Donarski looking for 3. Weak side for Madison Hayes. Right now Virginia Tech listed as a 3 seed according to Charlie Brown. Another offensive rebound there, getting all over the glass, but not able to convert.
So River Baldwin has had a couple of good opportunities. And there's that transition triple. When Donarski hits it, Beth, sometimes it feels like it's more than 3 points because of the emotional lift that it gives the team.
James gets into the lane. Long rebound, Ustby. Tracked by Rivers. And Alyssa gets the finish.
River Baldwin started the break for North Carolina. She tapped it out, and Ustby was there and sprints with the ball to the other end.
Stretching the advantage to 5. Hayes, clear path to the rim.
Good set by Wes Moore's team. Hayes comes off those 2 screens on the elbows and turns the corner. River Baldwin's going to have to come out on Saniya.
Ustby clears some space and hits.
You know what? I love that move by Ustby.
James rattles one in. 13 now for Isaiah.
So we've seen Isaiah James shush the crowd, put her hand to her ear. Now she's blowing kisses. She's got it all working tonight.
Having some fun with the crowd, and so is Zelaya. A third triple for her off the bench. She's only scored 21 points all season. And she's flirting with double digits here in the first half. Oh, Donarski smelled another trail three. And weak side, and a foul is going to go against Ustby. And that's her second.
That's Isaiah James drawing a foul off the ball.
Oh, we got a technical foul.
Wow.
Is that on the Carolina bench?
Yes, it
From
is.
across the court, Ed Sidlaski, Katie Lukanich, and Brandon Enterline are officials tonight. Let's go back and look at number one there in white, and James getting tangled. It was called an offensive foul, and Courtney Banghart thought it should have been called a flop, which upon replay, it looks like she has a reason to argue. You see her up at the top of the screen. She's signaling that was a flop, and that's apparently, Debbie, why she got teed up.
Any shooter can shoot the free throws for Westmore. He selects River Baldwin. Then we'll go back to the point of interruption.
I did not notice anything from our vantage point.
Well, she was yelling something from over there, and Ed Sidlaski probably had already given her a warning. You know, a professional courtesy. Now she's over there discussing it with him. Look, the refs don't like to call technicals because it requires paperwork after the game. Honestly. So, if you're going to get one, it better be worth it.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see if that changes the course of the evening for either side. So she makes both techs, but they miss a layup. Chance to get within one. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Left or right, Deja Kelly is equally dangerous, but what you see Rivers trying to do is push her into the screen's help.
Gakdeng faces up, then spins to the left. Her first bucket. 5 assists in the half for Deja Kelly. River Baldwin turns to the right.
Good footwork to spin away from the help.
Gakdeng fouled.
And you know what? I haven't seen the officials call a flop really. One time.
That was
one time
I've seen it all
this
year, and it really hasn't been an issue. Apparently, everybody got the memo preseason. Gakdeng at the line.
North Carolina is not a good free throw shooting team. You have to be ready to box out on the free throw line.
They were 11 for 25 against Wake Forest. Still ended up winning the game, as they've won 2 in a row after a 4-game skid. And now they are lined up for a big finish. Tough schedule down the stretch in these last couple of weeks. Gakdeng. Of course, you can also look at it as opportunity for the Tar Heels. Well, after the hot start for NC State, they are just 3 of 14, 3 of 15 now in this second quarter. They have gone cold. And meanwhile, North Carolina is beating them up and down the floor for their biggest lead of the night. And there is Maddie Cox. They were able to find her jersey back in the locker room, and now she checks into the game. The freshman from Texas has recomposed herself and ready to go. Well, this Carolina defense has been stingy here in the second quarter, and another miss. That leads to a run out. Ustby draws the foul on Cox and a trip to the free throw line. Well, the story here in the first half is the shooting. NC State and Carolina 50% or better in the first quarter. North Carolina has held that line and even better. Meanwhile, State's field goal percentage plummeting to 17% this quarter.
See,
and now a line violation.
Yeah, and you know what? NC State knows that North Carolina's not a good free throw shooting team, and they got to squeeze and pinch.
James comes out with it. Let's see what the shot selection is like. A runner, no. Offensive rebound, Collins, and a foul.
NC State has 5 offensive rebounds. They've missed 23 shots, appear to be in rhythm. It's hard to get to the glass, plus North Carolina is very good in their transition game. Getting a break.
He's looking for anybody to
see any emotion or any rhythm out of anything that they're doing right now. So they have control over that. Watch Mimi Collins boxing out Gakdeng. So you got to pinch her. And they get the rebound.
Navarre took it away from Hayes. And Carolina just outworking State.
In the games, they've missed free throws and offensive rebound and did not let the opponent have a chance to get a bucket.
Oh, Deja Kelly wants a jump ball. She's not going to get it. And instead, it's foul number 3. We'll see the games missed this season. Harris and Kelly, they're hoping they can get back. They had already lost a couple of their freshmen. Navarre gives it up. Zelaya gonna have to jack. Donarski. Time for NC State to get a shot up. Rivers with the push. Blocked by Gakdeng. What an effort by the Carolina defense. They hold NC State to 3 for 21 shooting in the quarter. And they lead it 42-35.
They limited Deja Kelly at the free throw line. They didn't give up any offensive rebounds in the first half to Ustby. And Donarski hit only 1 transition 3, but it's Zelaya and Donarski that have done their jobs and done it well. Now NC State's got a few things to correct. Let's see how they start here the second half if they get some better ball movement.
Rivers fades, no good. They were 3 for 21 shooting in the second quarter. Ustby rejected. Blocked by Rivers.
NC State's got to get something easy. North Carolina has tilted the floor in transition, and they got some easy buckets. NC State's got to pick up their energy on this end of the floor and get in a better rhythm.
Rivers works inside and gets the bucket.
Deja Kelly is going to get to the free throw line, and Ustby is going to get some offensive rebounds. You're going to have to make sure you limit those opportunities.
And there's Ustby.
One right there.
Getting them another possession. Steps back to the right.
She makes winning plays, and a lot of the stuff she does isn't even on the stat sheet.
Right of the box score is where you have some of those assists, steals, blocks. Donarski, no. Ustby able to track it down and keep it in play.
There's her second offensive rebound on a hustle play.
Hayes with the tip. James looking to score. Uncontested.
Well, Kelly with those 3 fouls isn't going to go near that. So you need to put her in some actions defensively.
And what could be a massive 20 minutes tonight for NC State as Navarre hits the 3. When you look at the latest bracketology, they are fighting with Iowa right now for the last #1 seed, and Iowa is losing to Indiana tonight. Charlie Brackett says a state win tonight would give them the #1 seed line. But both of those teams trailing, both NC State and Iowa. Ustby faces. Gets a clean look into double digits now with 11.
NC State's ball pressure is lacking, and North Carolina's getting whatever they want. Look how everyone stands for NC State.
James gets a screen, steps back. Hayes ends up with it and puts it up and in.
That's River Baldwin keeping it alive.
Working Inside swatted by Hayes. So a couple of blocks here early on in the quarter for State. James cuts into the lane.
And she goes 1-on-3.
Donarski. Back to Ustby. She'll step inside the line.
NC State will give her that.
She's only made one triple all year. That was last game against Wake.
It was a late shot clock, corner 3. Mismatch, throw it in there to Mimi. She's got Deja on her.
Rivers gets an open look and a 3-ball.
And look at Madison Hayes. She's trying to bring the energy.
Shot clock winding down. Navarre.
Got to push. North Carolina doing a really good job of getting back. Deja Kelly still on that Mimi Collins matchup. Throw it into the block and let Mimi Collins go to work. Look, she recognizes it. She's pointing where to make the pass.
Baldwin, no. Collins with the rebound as Kelly had to step away. 11 now for Mimi. And she reminds her teammates, give me the darn ball as she heads down to the other end of the floor.
Absolutely.
7-0 State run.
Staying in that zone. Oh, you got to know where Donarski is. You got to absolutely find her. How can you lose her?
Her third triple. She's got 13.
Right here, put her in a ball screen action. Yeah, Kelly doesn't want to foul. Absolutely drive her every time.
James on the attack. She's got 17.
That's exactly the way I would love playing as a player. Don't have to worry about playing any defense.
Donarski feeling it.
Let's be ready on the offensive end.
Ustby, after it looked like Baldwin tipped it to the top 4 seeds and potential double buys for the ACC tournament.
I think you have to get the double bye to have a chance to win the title. I just don't see it because the league's so good. When you don't have the same quality depth that you're used to, Courtney Banghart has done a really good job managing her depth.
Right out of the timeout, they'll give her a 2 there, so she's got 15. Skip pass, James. 3-pointer won't kill. Rebounded by Tiani Key. Coming in off the bench. Zelaya from Kelly, and another assist for Deja. And what a night for Alexandra Zelaya. Shot clock winding down. Rivers will have to create. Gets the cross, gets into the lane. Blocked by Key. 1 second left. Nope, they're going to reverse the call here and send it the other way. Carolina ball.
This doesn't look like the NC State team to me that beat UConn. You know, they're going to have to pick up their level because North Carolina has brought it. They play better at home, and they've played well tonight.
About a 12-second difference shot in game clock. Have to put one up. Blocking foul with 2.9 on the shot clock.
I don't think Westmore's going to like that one.
Kelly. State making her go left. She gives it up, gets it back, gets the shot up, and banks it in! They scored a 3. They're going to look at the monitor to check it. But as it stands through 3 quarters, 62-51 Carolina.
Watch the clock, watch her feet. Hard to tell from that angle. Time and score.
Will count to beat the buzzer, but Kelly's foot was inside the line, so instead of a 3, it's a 2, and it is a 10-point UNC lead with 10 minutes to go.
North Carolina averages 5 made threes. They've got 9.
Their season high is 11. What's at stake for NC State? Well, Charlie Cream thinks they will get a #1 seed, courtesy of Iowa getting blown out tonight by Indiana. They're in the second half of their game as well. And for North Carolina, they could move up a line with an upset to a 6 seed in the NCAA tournament and inch a little closer to a double bye in the ACC tournament. Of course, there's always bragging rights. A win here for Carolina, and it evens the season series.
And I think Leanne Myers.
That's coming up after the Duke-Louisville game on Wednesday night.
How about Deja Keller playing all these minutes without picking up that 4th foul? There's a deflection for State. There's a steal.
Rivers, James, the kick out. Collins in the trail. Back to Rivers. Open look. In and out. Let's see if Kelly's more aggressive too here.
I don't think anybody can upset Deja Kelly. I think she plays with a solid demeanor. Doesn't get too high, too low. Very businesslike out there.
She has adjusted her game tonight. Usually she's living at the free throw line. That hasn't happened. So she's doing the other things to get her team in a position to score. And Lexi Donarski's picking up the offensive slack. 4th triple for 18 points.
Well, one of the things Courtney Banghart did is challenge her team to find somebody to make other players better. Like, can you create a shot for someone? Look at India Navarro with a hustle.
Kelly. Back around.
North Carolina able to give Ustby a rest on the bench.
Slow developing here for North Carolina. Kelly will try and create and draws a foul on James, and that is her 3rd. Look at that. Nobody more attempts than her. 1 up on Angel Reese at LSU.
She shot it better at the line lately.
This is one thing that Courtney Banghart was talking about today with us. Managing fatigue and being ready to finish strong with their limited bench. Brooks floats and hits.
In the quarter court, NC State has stayed below the free throw line in defending.
Donarski wide open 3. 21 for Lexi in her 5th triple, and that one uncontested. And Carolina threatening to pull away. Timeout State. And they are on their feet in Chapel Hill.
All of her threes have been uncontested. She's their best 3-point shooter by makes and percentage. It's a simple action on the top of the floor, and Donarski gets organized and knocks it down. They got to speed up the game, and they got to be able to get some stops. They can't trade baskets with North Carolina.
Isaiah James, been quiet since that big first quarter, and 1, and some emotion.
You can't pinpoint Zelaya being an X factor, because I don't like to say X factor. I really think if you play your role, you're playing your role. She's just getting minutes that she wouldn't typically get. She's made plays.
Opportunities abound for NC State. 5 on the shot clock. Kelly.
She's not even looking to score.
They lost track of time. And a shot clock violation.
North Carolina staying in that zone.
Create off the bounce. Collins will take the corner 3. Weak side. James crashes and puts it up and in. Back-to-back buckets for her. James is the one that has to be careful with 4 personal fouls. So Deja back to the line. Oh, they're continuing to struggle. 4 for 9. Duke, a big road win over Syracuse tonight. Carolina's led by as many as 14.
Got to get the ball below the free throw line against this 3-2.
Brooks turns it over. Numbers for North Carolina if they attack. Gakdeng got it. Points off the turnovers, and it leads to the run out. James hits for three.
Much more sense of urgency here by NC State on the defensive end.
Under 5 to go. Gakdeng.
Big bucket.
In the paint. She's into double figures. How about 5 Tar Heels in double digits, and none of them is named Deja Kelly. Brooks is a 72% free throw shooter. Shooting into the student section. And the crowd will get their cookies tonight.
Look at Ustby handling up the floor to relieve pressure.
Content to work some clock.
This is a play for Ustby.
Gakdeng's got it. Another bucket in the lane. She is 6 for 8 tonight. And it's back up to 12 for North Carolina. Under 4 to go.
You gotta go.
Rivers, no. Collins, blocked. And be a 6 seed and possibly play their way onto that host bubble here in the next week and a half. Got to be a top 4 seed to host NCAA first and second round action.
Ustby guarding on the top of the floor, doing a really good job.
Donarski said we gotta have enough gas in the tank. We gotta make the plays late, and they have done that tonight here in this fourth quarter.
Well, fortunately for them, they didn't need to make any late plays because they have dominated the second half. NC State just conceding. They haven't pressed up
to let this clock go. Be the 10th win in conference play for the Tar Heels as Donarski puts the capper on it. 23 now for Lexi.
This is a good old-fashioned butt whipping is what it is.
Ties her season high. Hayes and 1.
Quite frankly, I think if you asked her, I think she would rather have it be that way.
And they're on their feet in Chapel Hill. They will even the season series with NC State and head up to Virginia Tech for a huge showdown on Sunday. College Game Day will be there, and you can see that game on ACC Network. 5 in double digits tonight for North Carolina.
Big win for the Heels.
And they will hold court at home and knock off number 6 NC State. 80-70, your final score. For Debbie Antonelli, I'm Ben Mowens. Thanks so much for joining us tonight in Chapel Hill. 80-70 is your final. North Carolina getting the big win over NC State, perhaps preventing the Pac from moving up to a number 1 seed in the latest bracketology. And for the Tar Heels, they may have bumped themselves up onto the 6 seed line. Check out the bracketology tomorrow on ESPN.com. Let's get you back to the studio.